Hey,
Hi there, how are you?
we're back. And I'm sure that those of you that were around the Key Training Center earlier today, this lovely lady to my left, you probably recognize her. She was out there flipping burgers and selling hot dogs and doing all kinds of great things. And Deb, it's really nice. I mean, we just can't thank Beef O Brady for everything you guys have done for the center. Jim had said earlier, and he quoted a number like 1,500 meals or something that you guys have provided in support of Key Training Center. And it's support from our business community like that we really want you to know how much we appreciate that and how much these smiling faces behind us appreciate what you've done for us. So thank you so very, very much.
It's our honor. I'm supposed to talk in this, I think, but I have a pretty loud voice. So I wanted to say a thank you since you brought it up first. The Key Training Center for honoring my husband for the Corporate Citizen of the Year. It touched me when I watched the video that was put together for him, talking about the fishing tournament. That's where the 1,500 meals comes in. What I want to do today is just give the money to the Key Training Center that we made off of the burgers and hot dogs that we sold today in the center while they were doing their client dinner or lunch or whatever that was.
Wow.
So there's $100 for that.
All right. Thank you.
And that's it. That's all I got. I just love this. I love everything. I get excited. And bringing the food in so that all the volunteers that are doing this telethon get to have some good Beef O Brady food, and they're all thanking me. I just love it. I look forward to it every year, and thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Here, you can have that back.
You're going to give that back, huh?
I don't really need it.
You don't really need it. Well, how would you like to help us, recognize some of the people that have made donations over the phone?
Sure.
Here we
I'll
go.
try.
We can start right there. All right.
Right here?
Right there. And then
Mr. and Mrs. Frank Figgins in Laneview, $25. Mr. John J. Schrock
It sounds like.
of Homosassa, $50. Good job. Mr. and Mrs. Daniel J. Clark in Homosassa, $25. Miss Eva Freya in Homosassa, $2. Mr. Charles Scott Anderson of Beverly Hills, $50. Ms. Jane Newhouse in Homosassa, $50. Mr. and Mrs. Charles B. Bellamy, Inverness, $50. Mrs. Ellen H. Goldstein of Altamont Springs, $50. Major and Mrs. James D. Kittinger, Broken Arrow, $50. Mr. and Mrs. Curtis A. Rich of Highlands, $25. Mr. Phil Nichols, Dunellen, $100. Mr. and Mrs. Vincent De Buono. God, I'm sorry, folks.
That's a tough one.
B-U-O-N-O. Of Harrison, $100. I wish I could pronounce your name correctly. I'm sorry. Mrs. Sandra Spell, Inverness, $10. Mr. and Mrs. Robert D. Ratcliffe of Ocala, $50. Mr. Donald R. Christ, Crystal River, $100. Mrs. Christina Everidge of Crystal River, $100. Mr. and Mrs. Patrick M. O'Halloran of Lecanto, $25. Mr. and Mrs. Stanley L. Cluett of Homosassa, $100. Thank you. Mr. and Mrs. Dean E. Kinsley of Floral City, $100. Mr. and Mrs. Jeffrey C. Rondell of Homosassa, $25. Mr. and Mrs. Larry Courtney of Jamestown, $75. Mr. and Mrs. Ronald R. Andanio of Inverness, $30. Mrs. Jane Meek, I know her, Crystal River, $25.
that's good.
Wow.
That's good.
That's amazing.
Hey,
There
listen.
you go.
You know, and you heard those dollar figures. You heard $2. You heard $100. You heard $50. It doesn't matter. If you've only got $5, that's $5 that is going to go to help these kids that are unfunded here at the Key Training Center. And you've probably got $5 laying in that center console of your car in change right now, and probably you went and shook your trousers out, you'd find another 10 bucks in there. So run around the house, empty the ashtrays, empty off the counters, get that change off there. You may have $25 that you didn't know about, and if you don't know about it, you don't need it. So give it to us here at the Key Training Center, and you'll feel better for having done it.
Next up is the Vail and Sequel Band. One way or another. Oh, one way or another to the Vail and Sequel Band.